Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear listeners, from wherever you've tuned into this channel all over the world. Welcome to Verdict TV. The news headline: Subsidy. Federal government will review workers' salary, says Akpabio. Welcome to this news once again, and thank you for tuning in to this channel. But please do well to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. To the news details, please listen carefully to the end. Nigeria's Zenith President, Godswill Akpabio, has said the federal government will review workers' salary upwards to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal. Speaking while playing host to Ekiti State Governor Abiodun Oyebanji and members of parliament from the states in his house at the National Assembly on Tuesday, Akpabio assured the Nigerians that the federal government was aware of difficulties being faced as a result of fuel subsidy removal. According to him, fuel subsidy removal was part of tackling corruption by the present administration, as the fuel subsidy regime stinks to high heavens of corruption. He said, Nigeria as a country would not have survived the next few years if the fuel subsidy had not been removed, stressing that government will have capacity to pay salaries and wages if reviewed upwards. Earlier, Oyebanji commended the President of the Senate for his achievements in office in the last 1 month. He declared the total support of the people and government to the success of his tenure as the President of the 10th Senate and their readiness to partner with the legislature to move the country forward. The Zenith President Akpabio has spoken concerning the review in workers' salary that is sure that the federal government would review workers' salary, that is, increase the salary because of the first subsidy removal. And is saying that the way the subsidy was removed was the best, because if it was not removed in the next few months, Nigerians will not have funds to continue, and it's going to affect the nation greatly. So now it's talking that the removal is quite okay, but because of the subsidy removal, the federal government will review workers' salary. But how possible is this? Because even if they review workers' salary and they make the minimum wage, they increase the minimum wage, things will still increase. They need to find something to do to the increasement in everything, because the way your salary is being increased, the market women will hear that, because there's no way they will not advertise it on the radio, television, and once they hear that the minimum wage has been increased, they are going to increase their prices also. So the more funds you get, the more the things the little the things you will get, the more the things on your neck will the things on your neck will increase. So I think they need to just finalize and look at what is actually causing all this. Although first subsidy removal was part of tackling corruption by the present administration, as the first subsidy regime stinks to high heavens of corruption, because the first subsidy, when we were still buying fuel at the price of 165 naira, the federal government was paying on our behalf. But some people are making use of it as corruption, whereby they increase the price of the money in which they're supposed to pay. and they make it into a corrupt thing. So now removing the fuel subsidy will actually not make corruption be. It will reduce corruption in that aspect. But it is Nigerians that will suffer it, because we will be the one paying for our petrol ourselves. So he stressed that government will have the capacity to pay salaries and wages, but will not want corruption to be in the country. So that is if they review the salary and wages upwards. But if not, Nigerians will still continue the way it is, because fuel subsidy was removed, petrol was increased, foodstuffs are increased, transportation fare, everything totally increased, but salary was not increased. So I think the federal government should look into reviewing the workers' salary to make sure that Nigerians can live in a good life, at least to be able to feed themselves and their families. We have come to the end of the news. What's your view to this? Do you think the federal government will review salaries? Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you.